The ninjas or shinobi were a mercenary group from Japan, which put into practice the murder, spying, sabotage, and guerrilla warfare. For their purposes, they used a wide range of weapons and artifacts such as swords, shurikens, or chains, as well as being expert in the preparation of potions and bombs. Few military organizations have been as widespread and at the same time as misunderstood as the Japanese ninja, and much of the story of this group is based on the myths and the exaggerations, which has made it difficult to study and understand thus. Throughout the story, many deaths occurred at some opportune time, were attributed to this military group, but due to the secrecy of their missions, it is impossible to know exactly the number of deaths they caused. The ninjas were feared and used by military leaders because their nature was totally contrary to the ideals of the samurai. In this case of the samurais could not expose them to jobs such as espionage or covert assassinations because if they were discovered, his reputations would be shattered. For these reasons, they preferred to hire ninja, who generally came from the low social classes, to carry out this type of work. In history, many scholars put the origin of ninja and ninjutsu between the 500 and 300 BC. The art of Sun Tzu war, which deals with the use of spies or methods of espionage, which subsequently became a philosophy of their own, as well as a code of conduct called Ninpo. Although it was not until the 6th century the espionage techniques were introduced to Japan, when Francis Shoroku used this type of system to learn the real motives in civil disputes. The introduction during the Heian period of the Onnyodo, a religious doctrine that includes the art of divination and astrology of Chinese origin, was a great support from the implantation of ninjutsu, because it was strongly assimilated by the Yamabushi and different warriors in the country. It was finally the middle of this period that ninjutsu was definitely implanted, when the Hattori clan took control of the former Iga province and studied the techniques directly from the Yamabushi who lived there, through which established the foundation of the Iga school of ninjutsu. Ideology. The ninja had to accept as valid and legitimate these methods, and society government by idealism and idealized concept samurai, which was completely contrary to the code of the samurai, included first of all that all the members of both sides were fully visible, so that these ways you could know who had the honor of being the first to enter at the battlefield, or who was the first to climb the castle. To be recognizable on the battlefield, the samurai troops carried flags in the back of his armor. In the middle of the fight, the effort generally focused on cutting off the head of the worthy opponent to present it to the Amayo as a trophy, who would reward him depending on the importance and rank of the opponent. The battle was very different from Shinobi. Without a flag to identify him, he had to enter to the castle days before the siege, and hide until they found the right moment to set fire to the towers and kill the guards or the commander himself. With the work done, he would flee furtively with anonymity. In conclusion, the ninjas were a very interesting and well-known mercenary group from Japan, and I chose this topic because I was always interested on the ninjas and I wanted to know more about them. Thanks you for your attention.